So, 'tis me, Stabby. Oh, look, that rhymes. How clever. I am just doing a tad of shopping that I didn't finish. Well, I didn't finish anything last night. After I canceled this or ended the stream, I just basically went to bed. Super tired. So I wanted to catch up on some things. So I just finished all of my writs on every other character other than this one. And I did writs and crows, which is what I do. I do the crows on almost all of my characters because it's like a free nothing, super easy. Hand them some junk and they give you a motif, you know? Oops. Forgot to close my Twitch. Alright. Sorry if there was an echo there for a minute. Shouldn't be anymore. I don't know why I bother with this. There's almost never anything in the thieves guilds, but cheeky ravens aren't usually too bad.
Anything I can do for you?
No. But what we are going to do is send this to Keely. Bottle of wine to Keely O'Reilly. Hey Ashley, thanks. I'm actually doing okay because my kitty was really sick on Saturday, but he's okay today. So like, you know, at this point, that's all I can ask for, right? It's all I want is just my cat to be okay. Nothing else going on. How are you? I appreciate you thinking about me. It's very kind. Gosh, what was I up to? I think I was up to Malvator. But nobody ever is in Malvator. I don't even know why I try. Oh, there's somebody in Malvator. Well, you know, it's actually almost like the opposite of something going wrong because he was supposed to die. We got his diagnosis on July 18th of last year that he had 2 weeks to live at most. And then on the 18th of this year, to celebrate, he decided to start bleeding randomly. So I had a total and utter freak out. He's outlived his expectation by so far, but we took him to the vet. We risked him having a heart attack on the way to the vet. And it turns out he has some sort of bladder problem. So they gave him medication, sent him home with pain medication and other medications, and he's fine. So he's doing so much better. And it's he's a toughy tuna. He's just the strongest cat. So strong. His brother lasted 7 months past the time he was supposed to have passed. They both had heart failure, but Grant's just keeping on trucking. I'm so proud of him. You know, one day I'm gonna be in here and lose my damn mind and tell you all that he died, but for the time being, I'm super impressed with him. He's a strong guy. So I'm just appreciative of any time, like you said, any time is precious. But nothing really going on other than that. I was gonna look at houses, but I was going to wait until more people got on. Have they been enjoying it? How many puppies do you have? I've never had a dog that liked water. That sounds adorable, though.
Hello there.
I got myself a pool. A little blow-up. It's actually in terrible shape at this point, the blow up pool, but my husband keeps on patching it and putting it back together because you can't buy a pool this summer. You just can't. You can't even buy a kiddie pool. You can't buy a blow up pool in our area because, and he was looking online too, because of the, everything with COVID. People are trying to maximize their backyard.
Hello there.
Hey, Ula. That's so cute. I love that you did. Are they German Shepherds? Because from the pictures, at least one looks a little German Shepherdy. Cute. They're always puppies. It doesn't matter how old they are. They remain puppies their whole lives. Same with kitties. They remain kittens their whole lives. Don't care. Won't listen to you if you say otherwise. They're my babies. They will always be babies. Oh, congratulations, Ula. That's really good. My meadow lost it to 20 before she passed. We were just talking about that, my husband and I, about how some kitties are just really, really tough. And they just keep going. It all depends on your breed too. Mixed breeds, like my meadow was. She was only half Maine Coon and half something else. No, we don't know what. But she lasted the 20 years because when you get purebreds, they tend to have flaws, like physical flaws that carry down in the genetics, and it doesn't get breeded out. So our two Maine Coons. When we looked it up, they're purebreds because we got them from a rescue, purebred rescue. And we looked it up, and it says that Maine Coons live at generally to about age 12, which is really short. And I thought, holy crap, that's really young comparatively to other cats I've had. But you look at, on reality, because of their heart defects and other problems. Oh, wow, what a cutie. Yeah, that's like Sherman. Sherman was that big. Sherman was a big boy. Grant's brother. But, yeah, they don't last as long. It's like, giant hearts put a lot of... They're big animals, so they put a lot of strain on their hearts, So it's hard to... Hold on. I show this picture all the time, and I don't care. Because they're my babies. They're my babies. I get to show them off if I want. So yeah, here. I love this picture of Sherman because it really shows how big he is. Or was before he passed. He was a big old boy. Let me find it. Big boy. Our lives were better for having them, but this is, that's Sherman. That's how big Sherman was. Oh my God, Professor Ashley, we have the same issue. These two, this is Shermie. He passed away February last year. His brother is Grant, the kitty I have now. So that's Shermie. He was more my husband's cat than anything, but he's also... He just shows you his size, We had to actually give this thing away because he didn't fit in it. Neither of them fit. Oh, he was a descendant of a show cat. And you can tell because he's just, look at how enormous he was. He was such a big boy. Let me show you the paw picture. That's my husband's hand. It's my husband's hand that he is holding Sherman's paw. Just enormous cats. He is a Khajiit. Yeah, he was a sweetheart. But my boy Grant his brother is so cute and so sweet. This is my Grant. He's the soft, sensitive one, you know? The one who doesn't get all... No, I didn't. My husband's aunt did. And in fact, this... I don't know if you were around when I was talking about my husband, the family member who just recently passed away. That's her husband who just passed away. But she actually crocheted that blanket for us when we first moved in as a what do you call it? Housewarming present. So she's just, you know, it's the worst thing when good people pass, you know, or you know, because she and her husband were so wonderful. Yeah, that was, I'm telling you, like they were important people to us, and so she was so giving, and she crocheted that, and she also gave us right? I know. She gave us, she watched both of the boys a lot when we needed it. So she was always so giving with her time. Just a really wonderful person. Sorry, I'm just screwing around here, not really doing anything of import, but I'm not filling up to it yet. We'll get there. I promise we'll look at things. Just not this very moment. So yeah, that's all. I'm just looking at my boys, thinking about them. It's hard. My husband really misses Sherman. Oh, he was a very special cat. He acted like a person. He was very person-like. And he was brave and really charismatic. So whenever anybody came by, he was always like the first at the door. He wanted to meet everybody. He was so uncat-like to me. He wanted to meet everybody. He was a people cat, really. Just like loved people. Real weirdo. Like, I don't like people. Why do you like people? But he did. Loved people. Weirdo. Okay, what did I miss here? I feel like, oh, because the metal's outside. I forgot. Derp. Derpitudes. Oh, I'll get metal somewhere else and I'll go into the... This is one of the most poorly designed thieves' dens, except for maybe Southern Elsewhere's worse, and I would say Western Skyrim isn't as bad, but this one is horrible. Who makes you have to go swimming to get to the thieves' den? It just seems so stupid. And it's like, I feel really awful for the people who end up getting this spot, because it's like, you know, no one wants to go here. No one wants to deal with this pain in the ass, swimming, stupid thing. What is that? Why is that on my screen? I don't know. I don't know. It's just a stupid thieves' den. At least from this direction. Here we go. Finally made it. Don't have anything for you, but let's go shopping. Midnight Cartel got this one? Oh, you poor things. You're usually better than that, spot-wise. Poor Midnight Cartel. You have my sympathies. Alright, we're at Merkmeyer. We'll go to Northern. I'm still waking up. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. For the most part. Xanax is a wonderful drug, by the way. It really is. I was like, I'm not joking when I say this. I was screaming when I found the blood. I started screaming. And my poor husband, he's just like, what? That's allowed, Ula, that's allowed. We have different schedules, it's okay. So I was screaming, and then finally I just was like, I'm gonna take a Xanax, and I took a Xanax, and like 25 minutes later, I'm like, I can handle this. I can do this. We're gonna handle this. And that's how it worked. Aw. Well, to be fair, I know I don't think mine's working the right way, but I do wake up early, but it's not by choice. I just wake up early. I think it's anxiety. I think anxiety gets me. And then I wake up anxious and I can't lay there sleeping or thinking or anything. I have to get up and start working on getting my makeup on or feeding the cat or something because I just can't lay there anymore. It's not by choice. And you know, it starts to get to me that my husband sleeps in. Like, it's totally reasonable what he's doing. What he does is reasonable. I should not complain. But I get grumpy about it because I feel like my anxiety towards myself starts aiming at him. Like, why are you still in bed? Like, get up. But he has no reason to. Why should he? I guess, you know, just to deal with my anxiety, that isn't worth it. So I try to remind myself that he's right and I'm wrong. Doesn't always work. Yeah, funny. I'm not going to give you advice on how to get sleep because the advice is all out there and it gets really preachy if people tell you you shouldn't have caffeine after X hour or whatever. You know, it's very preachy, so I try to avoid preaching at anyone. I'm sure you're smart enough that you know all the suggestions they give. I just don't feel like you need to hear it from me. I respect that you clearly have done something about it. But if you do want advice, I'll give it to you, but I doubt you do. Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I'm one of those people that can have caffeine and it does really nothing to me. Like I can have a full a full latte and then just go to sleep like nothing happened. And I thought that was just my imagination, but then I had 23andMe done and they said that I process caffeine extremely quickly, more quickly than most people in the world that have taken the test. Like, I'm one of the highest processing caffeine, so I just process it really quickly, and that's why I can sleep. I don't get the jitters really. So probably, but you know, I had talked to my rheumatologist, which is my doctor for my RA, and we had talked to him about fatigue and the constant fatigue I have experienced since I got it. And his answer to me was, "Do you drink coffee?" And I said, "Yes." He goes, "Drink more. That's the only thing I can suggest to you because honestly, this is the last thing, the fatigue is the last thing that we're able to get rid of." So that was great. I have now, I like to say I have a prescription to drink coffee. It's not quite true, but you get the idea. So that's what I do. I drink coffee. And that's why I drink so much of it. You guys always see me with these huge things of coffee. It's because my fatigue is so bad. So bad. 55K for that is ridiculous, Rum and Wreckage. I love you guys, but that's ridiculous. You don't charge that for that. Now, I know I have other places to go before Reapers, but I have houses we could look at. So we'll do that. We'll look at a house. Oh, it could be many things, right? Mine is probably my RA. I am on antidepressant pills, but I don't think I have like straight up depression. I think what it is I have situations going on in my life that are making me depressed, like my health. Whrr told me to go visit her house today. You shut down after several days of packing and cleaning, couldn't get up for half the day. But that's a lot of work. It's not just your, whoa, what's going on here? It just looks different. Holy crap, there's a lot of new houses. What? No. Really? What happened to all of, oh God, tell me I've lost all my records. Yep, I lost everything. Doesn't tell me which ones I'm visited. Wait, these do. What's going on? Something weird is going on. Let's try something small. See if I've seen it before. I guess it's just a lot of one person putting up their stuff. Avernus. No, I know I can revisit houses, but this way I get to hit more people, you know? That's true. And I did visit a whole bunch of them yesterday when I went and looked at all of the ones that were Hermaeus Mora. At least 2 of those were houses I had already toured. Okay, this is Avernus. Let me close that. Cactus Bone Garden. J-Heart loves these moon plants. Those are like his favorite. He just was completely going off about those when they came into the house. And here's the bones, right? Bleached bones in the desert, picked up and used for gardening. And then 2 fennec foxes sharing, I would like to think, some meat in a grave. They are pretty. I like that they're not just straight purple, there's other colors in them too. And we've got a kitchen. Somebody's slaughtering me. More kitchen. I like it when people use this tray. It's unusual to see people using it, but they, you know, it's nice when they do. This is clearly an Argonian home. Well, I'm wearing purple right now. Purple is a good color. Argonian home. With some Bosmer touches in here, but I'm gonna guess it's a mainly Argonian home with just some Bosmer stuff in it. I get that sense. But really nice. I like that they did a cactus garden. It's different. Most people don't do stuff that's different. Okay. That's funny. I put it on because yesterday I was having a conversation with people about BBC Hyde wearing this outfit because he lost a bet, so he had to wear the boob shirt, the boob hole shirt. This just happened to be purple. I dye it randomly at times. It's not particular. I wish it marked which outfits I've used special dyes on, but it doesn't. Like, I don't know if this was like a Crown Store dye that I got and just decided to put on or what. I doubt it, but it could be. Because if it's a Crown Store one, I'll hold it. I'll keep it. But if it's not, I'll just randomly put on a different dye. Skull Carnival. That sounds wonderful. Promises I can't keep. Are any of you guys work? I know, Ula, you've been busy packing, so you haven't been working on a house, but has anyone else been working on a house? Because, like, I know I haven't. And, I mean, I guess I have with the train, but that's kind of done. So I haven't really been even picking at it, really. I just sort of left it for now. That's fair. That's fair. Dubious, lumpin, dirt, bewitched. Oh, hey, Tactical, how's it going? I love your houses. I just haven't felt very inspired. I'm doing okay. I'm holding together. You know, speaking of desert houses, you have that. Off the top of my head, I want to say it's your Captain Margot's. That is a beautiful desert home that I absolutely adore. If it's still there, if it's still that one, we should show it. It's kind of like, to me, it's almost like the benchmark everyone should look at for desert homes. Your stuff is really good. If it's still there. I'm trying not to. Twin Arches. Okay. Got it. One or the other. I can't remember. You're a Pirate Cave. I have a bad memory. Is anyone buying this consecrated myrrh? Why do we even have style materials anymore? Everybody wears, like, everybody just goes to the design table and does it that way. I don't understand why we even have. Does anyone even make stuff in a certain style anymore? It almost doesn't make sense. Weird. Well, I think I've seen it. I think I've seen all of them, but I'm not sure. All right, let's try costume. Why am I invisible? Oh, because I have the wrong thing on. This is not from the Crown Store.
Has been found guilty of the following crimes.
Oh, I guess you're right. I hadn't thought of that. Smarty pants.
Stealing rotten tomatoes and other refuse from
Oh, that's pretty.
Semiral's midden heap.
Just gonna go randomly looking around for things. I like that. I'm gonna go with that one for now.
And finally, knocking over the cart of a Trieste merchant while attempting to avoid capture.
I can go to your pirate cave and we'll take a look at it. I'm not in any sort of rush. If you love it, I'd be happy to show it. I probably showed it before, but I don't even care. Like Ula said, not everybody's here every day. Bewitched, Blessed. Elder Argonian. I'll give you an Elder Argonian. Cold Snap. Oh, great. That's good to know. Some people get grouchy. I try not to get mad. But sometimes people get mad at me and that hurts my feelings. It's like, I'm just gonna say nice things. I'm not gonna pick on you. Let's go to your pirate house. Tactical. Well, I can spell. Really, I can. Tactical AFK. Did I spell that wrong? I don't know. Captain Mournoth, right? Hey, Disco. Oh, wow. I don't think I've seen this one before. Tactical? Holy crap. This is amazing. See, I told you I love your homes. Goodness. Can't believe this is Margot's. This is easily the best Margot's I've ever seen, and I've seen some really amazing Margot's. This is just incredible. What a great use of EHT. Oh, stunning. And a second floor even, can you believe it? Yeah, it would be one of my favorites too. Holy smokes. I could just like sit here and spend time in it and not even... I'm curious to know what this looks like without. It even works without. I like how you made it work either with or without, but the with is even better because it looks like you have a ship off in the distance. The way you framed it with the ivy is perfection. Really looks like it's actually there. And look at that, you put the coral right in front of the coral. It really is amazing. It's just, I can't believe what this is. Captain Mournoth. Well, Disco, tell me which house, and I'll go see it now. I'll go harass your ass. Get it? What was I up to? Boring everyone? I'll just zone out of here. Ugh, that's a stunner. I don't think I've ever said anything mean about any house. Ever. I don't think so. I can't remember ever saying anything mean. I usually can find something I like. And if I can't, I just don't say anything. But I mean, I always find something, you know? Art is great. Gotcha. Speaking of ADD, no hamster, huh? Really getting tired of no hamster. Hunting's is like my favorite property. I don't know, if you asked me which my favorite houses I've made, I couldn't answer that, but as a base property, I really love Hunting's. It's pretty much perfect. Sorry if there's lag. I'm noticing there's lag in the game.
Can I help you?
Why isn't he here? I mean, look, we all know there's a lot of drinking going on, but it never was like this before. And maybe he's over it. You know? Maybe he just isn't into it anymore. If that's the case, I wish he'd just say so. I miss him. He's got a lot of talent, more than he probably realizes.
May I be of
What theme are you doing for your huntings, or is it just like a house? Wow, I am lagged.
customers or
I need to finish shopping today before the workday is over and I get hit with all the people coming in and buying everything. The rooftop is the best part of that house. You're the smarty pants there. Alright, who's next? Barry Bell. We'll do your Nordic Vampire Grymheaths. Nice. I need to work on something like that too. Ooh, pretty. That sounds great. You should do it. Oops. Nordic Vampire. Oh, look at your puppy. They're twinsies. This is what I was talking about, how about making couches is just put them on angles with one another. Almost every bed works. And here's your board game right there. Perfect. Using a board game. Wow, that background. That's really well done. Trees on the interior with rocks in the background. It's pretty amazing. It's bringing the outdoors in, as they like to say. Why is this light off? Turn your light back on. Really pretty. One of the new backless bookshelves looks really good. Ooh, wow. That sounds really difficult. But awesome. It's a cornucopia, folks. A frog collar copia. Oh, look. J Hart has flowers in his hair. This person has a great sense of humor. Just don't ask what they're putting in your food, okay? Really don't ask what they're putting in your food. Oh, that's funny. So like the Italian one or a different, because I know there's a bunch of different. Ooh. I'm not sure how they did this. Does that bowl have that effect? Or is this like a helot hidden underneath there or something? Do any of you know? Because I'm not a PvPer, so I've never used that. Oh, look at that oven. What a unique oven. Or stove, rather. Oh, I like that they use this as a floor. It's not a terrifically good table, if you ask me, but as a floor, it looks decent. What a good spigot. That looks right. Nice choice. I don't know which statue this is, but it's always the toilet. I feel so bad for it. The other thing is they broke off this room like this, and it looks really good by creating that extra section just with a bookcase. I think I've seen so many people using bookcases, the new bookcases, with nothing behind them for that very purpose, and I think it looks good. They've reskinned the floor with brass. And there's a dead body. Oh, okay. Because there's also one that's, like, turn of the century? Or, no, Revolutionary War. You think it's a helot? I think so, too. Look at that interesting way of layering. With the 3 levels, and then this big one here. That's pretty impressive. I'm not even sure what they used as these flat levels here. Something round, but I couldn't tell you what. Some of their lights are off. I'm hearing from a lot of people that their lights are turning off. And people were like saying yesterday in DDA that some of their lights were turning off that aren't switchable lights. Like the Varla stone just would be off. Yeah, I didn't think so. And they can't turn it back on because, oh, so they added an extra roof. This is not the normal roof. I was wondering how nothing showed through. It's because they put an extra roof up. Very good. Smart. I like. Toilets are useful. I'm not complaining about that. I've never played any of them because I don't like to be sneaky. Is there a God mode though? Because if you could do it with a God mode, I might play it. Because of arthritis, I try not to play games other than this one without a God mode. I tend to stick to. Are there granite slabs that are that round? Maybe. Means I don't know my rocks well enough, which is probably true. Never been good at knowing my rocks. Because I rarely use them. And I should use them more because they really do add something. It's sort of like with your house, adding them in the background really worked. Toss a coin. Yeah, so as long as something has God mode, I'll play anything. Because I'll enjoy the story and I can take my time with it. Although you may not want me to be trying other games, because lately I've been so bored that I might end up leaving. Let me see. I'll look it up real quick.
Fine.
Yep, official God mode on PC. In Assassin's Creed Origins, which I don't know which one that is. Maybe I'll try it out. You know, it's hard for my hands to do what I tell them to do is the big problem. It feels like ever since it, and you know, this was before my RA that I knew about anyway. It's more of a, right after my cancer, what I found out was when I went into remission, I realized that my brain and my body didn't feel like they were synced anymore. Like it's, your brain tells your hands to do something and then they either don't do it or they do it slower than you would think. It's not like instantaneous. And so my husband doesn't let me cut things. He'll, when we cook, he insists that I let him be the sous chef and he cuts things because otherwise it's entirely possible that I could do some serious harm to myself because my brain just doesn't click. But generally, he's not like a controlling guy, but when it comes to that, he is. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll look it up and see if I can figure out. All right, this one is always so hard to find. This thieves' den, and once you find it, it's a bitch to get through, to figure out where to go. It's like pretty much either the most annoying beyond Murkmire or second most annoying. Well, you can look at anybody's house. Let me show you the standard way, okay, Disco? If you go into your, hit G and look at your guilds, you can right-click anybody and go visit primary residence. That's the main way that people do it. You can also do that from your friends list. So, for example, friends. See all these friends? No, I can just go because I was showing you. These are the easy ways, okay? And then you do visit primary residence. You can do it from your group finder. You can do it from your friends. Just right click. And you can do it from your roster. Now, the average person can only go visit your primary because they don't usually have the add-ons necessary or the knowledge necessary to know how to get to other things. I happen to have multiple add-ons that will let me go to any of your homes, as long as they're set to public. If they're set for just you, then I can't. But otherwise, I can go. If you're curious, I can always go into what those... Why can't I select her? If you're curious, I can just go into the other add-ons and explain to you how to go to those, but... Trinimac. Oh, I can pop on over if you want me to do it now, or would you rather I wait? Because either is fine with me. This is Essential Housing Tools Hub. These are people who have all opened their homes to visit. You don't have to do it this way. This is just for people who want to let the community at large know that they want them to come visit their house. So I use this. This will let me go to any of your homes that are open, that you own. So does Port to Friend, which is another add-on, but that one's harder to use. So Celestial 12 here has made a 30-item apartment sailor's port shop. I tried to go to this yesterday, but it was there were issues. I really like that new lantern, and it looks great in here. It's so traditional, except, you know, normally this whole side wouldn't be open, but look at the holes poked in it and everything. That's so old-fashioned. I love it. This is great. Good job. Oh, look at that smarty pants. Adding this pole with the rope around it to the laundry pole. That's awesome. Okay, we can look at it. Disco sleaze. You're not even sleazy. It's not easy being sleazy. Okay. Right off the bat, I can tell you've got talent. Because you're doing things differently. You're trying different things. Putting stuff down into the ground like this is different, and it gives it some sort of Somebody just left. Was that you running away? It makes things look a little different, which I like. The Jester coffers for sale, I guess. Ooh, you handmade stairs. And you even handmade them. Okay, let me give you a compliment here that is genuine, 100% true. Most people who make their own stairs don't make them so that you can just run up them. When they make them themselves, you usually have to like hop because people don't angle them just right. You really took the time to angle these just right, and I think that's really cool, honest to God. I would put a fake fish in this. If you know, one of the food fish or a crab. Crab would be better because it's a crab thing. If you have a mud crab, put them in there. You caught him in the crab case or whatever the hell it's called. This is just a nice. I'll go back to it. I was just admiring your crabby guy. And you go up here. I love it. I'm a huge fan of building up, especially in this house, because look at that view. I mean, that view is amazing. I feel bad when people don't take advantage of it. It's just, wow, such a beauty. So pretty. I wonder if your lights turned out on their own, on you as well. This has been happening to a lot of people. Definitely needs the lights though. I'll come back up here, but I want to look at other stuff down here. Okay, so we've got paintings, we've got enclosed area with curtains. Yeah, it looks like you're crabbing because you've got the crab cage. Aww, this guy's just hanging out by the fire, being all toasty. Nice bar. Let's see what's on the inside. Okay, so you've got an orcish bar here. I think it fits. I don't think they look bad. You mean these platforms here? Walkway? You could always skin it with any of the, I don't think it really needs skinning. You might want to put carpets over some parts of it to spruce it up. I wouldn't skin it, but if you really need to, you could always use, like, elsewhere, not rugs, elsewhere wooden panels, or you could use the copper panels from Clockwork. But I think it actually looks okay wood, but carpets would help. Oh, layering. Big fan of layering carpets. Huh. Did you do that with those things across it? I'm not sure I remember it having those. Setting this into the wall is actually pretty clever because the Solitude ones all have no back now, so that really works. You're gonna just put more there. This, by the way, this is a fire hazard, just so you know. Don't set fire to things. And then we have multiple people living here, right? And they're not dating or together, or they'd have a single bed. Huh. So who do you have living here in your head? You're gonna think I'm crazy, but let me show you something. just because of who you are, I think you'll appreciate this. And you could even riff on this if you wanted to. Tell me I'm right about which house it is. And I bet you could make one that is so fantastic because you actually know what they look like and how to use them. If I'm wrong about which house this is, I'll go to a different house and find it. Because I know a couple of places have them. I suggest you make one of these. I bet you could make a fantastic one of these. What do you think? No? But this is your bag. This is your wheelhouse, so I figure you could do a really good job with this. Oh, she's such a sweetheart. She's so nice. But I bet you could be a great, you could do one of these and it'd actually look right, you know? I don't know if hers looks right or not. It probably does because she's that talented, but I do love it. Just an idea. You don't have to go with it, but I like the idea. Glad it finally hit you. Yeah, I was waiting for the response. Hey, hi, Maldorin. I've seen more than one. Hold on. Let me pull up the other one that I have. Because if I can show it to you, I want to. Party scenes. Give me a moment. Gift me a moment. Whose house is this? Ah! Stop. Stop being stupid thing. Which one is this? Whose is this? This is Elder Scrolls TV's Earth Tear. Okay, let me show you another one. That's really good. But also made by Swankery, I think. Oh, I suck at this. How do I spell that? Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls TV? Is that how you do it? Yeah. This one, you know, every one she does, she gets a little bit better with. She's always improving. Not that she needs to improve. She's friggin' amazing, but it's always fun to see how people grow. Now, Elder Scrolls is her boyfriend, and they think they work together on this house, but Elder Scrolls is talented in his own right. Some really amazing shit. Seriously. This is another nightclub. There it is. Okay, it's over there. Here is another one. So you got the music box in front of it. But see, this one looks different, doesn't it? It's not identical. She did do two different kinds of DJ sets. I like this. I like both of them, but I really like the buttons on this one. You know? So I think you could do something like this, Disco. It would be fun. See what you come up with. I'm a little bit of a nerd. I don't think I have any others saved. No. Those are the only 2 DJ sets I have saved. There used to be more. I had more. I don't know what I did with them. There was one somebody had by the pool. And it was, a robot was running it. And it's killing me that I can't find it, but typical. Typical Stabby, not being able to find things. Let me check one thing. Machines. There's also a jukebox. I have a couple of jukeboxes. A stereo. Lots of musical instruments. Ah, here it is. Whose is this? J as in jellies. Which house is this? Did I seriously not? Oh, yeah. I have that one. But I'm on an A right now. But yeah, I have that one. I just was going to skip it because it's on EU. I just can't figure out which J as in jelly is on. Waldar is pretty amazing. People are amazing in general. Alright. Let's just pick the next house and I gotta take a quick bio break and I'll be right back. So changuita's... Did we do an elinhir? No. Changuita's elinhir. I love it. I love changuita. We'll be right back. Changuita! Hey, buddy. I know he was overdosed at first. Yeah. Okay. So that's my baby boy back there, if you can see him. He's my kitty. He gets sad if I lock him out. So you'll all have to deal with the fact that he's right here. And I'm sure you'll be very, very sad. So elinhir by Changuita. Wow, I wonder what she has going on here. This is very natural looking. There's a turtle. 2 turtles. Does she like turtles? It's almost like a maze. Huh. Oh boy, great. Thanks. Thanks, Changuita. Much appreciated. You got me. Trying to kill me. Hey. Oh, nice to meet ya. There's all sorts of craziness going on here. I'm not sure what to do. She's trying to murder me. Eek, eek. Do I go through this way or not? I don't think that's regular meat. Hey, Delicia. We're missing ham again. I am not pleased by this. Wow, I wonder... I can't believe this is elinhir. It's so completely non-elinhir-y. Isn't it? Amazing what people do. And I didn't even go up. There was one part I could have gone up, so I'm gonna have to go back. I like that this keeps going even though it doesn't look like it's gonna keep going. It like seems like it's gonna stop at each section, but then it actually goes on. That took some real planning. Ah. Eek! Don't fall, Jesus. I think I know what's gonna happen here. Shocked! Shocked, I say! So shocked that that happened there. No other way to go, I mean. Uh-oh. Don't hit the button, it's gonna crush my head. What is going on in here? I'm waiting for things to crush my head. Ah! Don't kill me. No killing of the stabbies. Wow, this is crazy, this whole walkway. And she's got multiple ways to go. How do I know which way to go? Oh, because one ends. Alright. This is like a death maze. What's going on in here? Oh, I'm so confused. I'm all turned around. This goes on and on. This is so cool, Changuita. It's actually even really pretty, too, with the plants. That's an effect, by the way. It's the one effect in the house. You've got a guar shooting jet flames at you. Too funny. This portion is outside. The moon temple pad. This is exciting to go through, honestly. If you guys want to come visit it, you should. It's actually really fun to go through. What just fell? Oh, that's just the green poison fire. I think that's the hot pepper guar? I'm not sure. It's one of the two. It's raining out here. The treasure! We found the treasure. I almost feel like this has got to keep going, because it's just, it hasn't stopped so far. Wait, there's a pathway down there. There's a whole other way to go? How? How do I get down there? Did I go the wrong way? Oh, like this. Whoa! Oh, wow. Sithis. Mafala. Okay, keep going down. And then we've got a walkway. What's over here? Is anything hidden back here? Because she keeps hiding things. Another walkway. This is amazing. Up. There's a snack down there. Did you put anything in your dead cat? Tell me you did. Yay! she put the mermaid in there. Somebody who listens to me. Jesus. Didn't know that ever happened. What? What is it, baby? You can come in here if you want. What? Why are you whining? Another snack? It's back here. I feel like there's probably more. Because it doesn't seem to ever end. Although I do think we've reached the end at this point. Okay, I hate to say this, but I did miss one piece, so I have to go back. There was a way up at one point that I didn't take, and I need to... This one. So we gotta see what... Oh! It's just a trap. Okay. That's it then. We've seen the whole thing. My boy is fed. He's just... He isn't happy that I'm not spending time with him. He's a little spoiled. But, you know, he's supposed to be dead, so as far as he's concerned, I owe him. Oh, wait, no. Keep it rid. I can show you a couple of more, although those were really the two I should show you, so I'm okay with that. But Walter did a whole disco scene where he even had the floors look like a disco floor. It was neat. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, doggy not gonna be happy, huh? Jerkface banned. What? ETU's having a decorating contest? Ooh. Me needs to know more. I skipped one what? What did I skip? You're right. I did. I didn't see that other one. Thank you. Much appreciated. I didn't even see that guy. Why did they hit me at the same time? That's not helpful for them. Kind of stupid, don't you think? I didn't usually get them in doubles like that. That's really odd for me. I asked my husband if he pilled the cat with the painkiller this morning, but he hasn't yet. He said that it's a 12-hour pill, but I'm wondering if he's in any pain. Usually I have this door closed, but I don't want to lock him out, and he's weird about coming in here. It used to be his favorite room in the house. And then we got Van Gogh. Now he refuses to come in here. I don't get it. Heaven above Oridon. Shouldn't you be in Oridon? Hmm? Yeah, that's Grant. That's Grant. I don't want to lock him out. He's, I have to keep an eye on him. He was bleeding on Saturday and we took him to the vet, but he's okay now. He just should be on medication. He's on medication. I just don't know if he's hurting or not because he's whining. He's laying on his side. The kind of heart failure he has makes it difficult to breathe when he's on his belly. He has to lay on his side in order to breathe easily. So it's not anything like anything bad. That's just how he has to lay. I know, isn't that awful? But that's the way it is. He has restrictive heart failure, and his heart is getting thicker, so it's like it's harder and harder for him to breathe, and so he lays on his side. In fact, he should be laying on his side. When he's laying on his tummy, I get nervous. But he's a bud. He does what he wants. And now he's bathing, so he's fine. He's alive, don't worry. I'll know. I'll know if he wasn't. Trust me. I was there when his brother died, so trust me, I would know. Because his brother died of the heart attack, too. He's fine. It's just the way he's got to lay. In fact, you should all be aware if you have cats and you start noticing that they're only laying on their side. They're not laying loaf format like they usually do. And if they're, they look a little bigger than normal, a little puffy, you should take them to the vet because it could be heart failure. Those are some of the signs for it. Just FYI. And it's a good idea to get on top of it because if you do, in many cases, you can extend their lifetime pretty far. Don't be sad for him. He's fine. Right, buddy? Yeah. He just gonna lay on his side. That's all he does. It was funny, the vet was like freaking out going, you do realize he's an end-stage heart failure, right? Yes, we know. Can you tell us about his bladder? And he's like, no, really, he's like in end-stage heart failure. Are you aware? And we're like, yes, we know. Can you tell us about his bladder, please? It was like, oh. And so you do know? I'm like, yeah, we were told he had a month to live a year ago. We know. Trust me, we know. We give him like 16 pills a day. We're aware. And the guy calms down. He goes, I guess you do know it. And
You bring me business.
so we're like, just tell us about the bladder, okay? And so we got the bladder medication and everything's fine for that. My cat is broken. And we know he's broken. And his brother lasted 7 months past when he was supposed to have died. So this is nothing new for this family. But that was pretty funny to both of us because we're like, yes, we know. And he said, how long were you given? I said, we were told like 2 weeks. Yeah, the bladder's okay. He's on meds for the bladder. He has an antispasm, so he doesn't have to go. It doesn't bug him like feeling like he has to go. And he has a pain medication, which it's kind of running off right now. My husband and I were just talking about when to give it to him. And he's on which is probably also the reason why he's plorp, is he's on pain meds. And then the other thing he's on is an antibiotic, just in case it is an infection, which the doctor didn't think it was. But the worst that can happen is he builds up a resistance, and he shouldn't be even alive right now, so that's not an issue. But the vet was like, you know, you were given a month a year ago, I mean 2 weeks to a month a year ago, because that's what my husband said, but I remember it being a few days to 2 weeks. And he said, I honestly, if I saw this cat today, I would tell you that that's all he has left is a month. Is like, that's exactly the same diagnosis I would give you. So who the hell knows what's gonna happen with him? Great. Now you're gonna beat me. You're gonna beat me. As soon as I turn this in, we can go to another house. I'm playing a little today. I don't normally do this with you guys. No, my farm already existed. It's a nothing build. I only entered it because that's all I really had in me. Moonsugar Meadow, ebonmouse. I like ebonmouse. I figure as long as I'm interested in doing it, I might as well play at the same time as showing you stuff. What the heck not, right? Yeah, I did my... If you're interested in seeing what I entered the... Whoa! We got a pyramid, folks. Holy schmoly. My Forsaken, which is my, just like a little orc farm in front. Wow, somebody made like Chichen Itza or something. I forget the name of it. One of the South American, what are they called? Pyramids, not the Egyptian ones. It's kind of wild. I'm just seeing what's over here before we go into the... It's pretty impressive. It really does look like... It really does look like the South American pyramids. I forget which one. Machu Picchu, I think. Wait, am I high? Not Machu Picchu. South American pyramid. There's a really famous one, and I can't remember its name. Chichen Itza. I was right. It's Chichen Itza. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, guys, you gotta see this. You won't believe, like... Check this out. That's Chichen Itza. This looks exactly to me like Chichen Itza. That's pretty amazing. Looking up, right? It's dead on. Pretty amazing. It even has this little square bit on top. I think they just really reproduced Chichen Itza, period. And they added a muddy ground over there that's flickering because it's just UHD, and that's the way it works. And then some water is over there. Okay, we're gonna have to explore and see what's over there. Yeah, it is. This is totally Chichen Itza, though. I'm pleased that I was able to identify it even with my brain damage that I have. Look at the little cage. I guess these are the architects. I did jump! Watch out, chicken! There's a kitty over there. He's gonna eat you. Run, chicken, run! I'm a terrible person. Scaring away the chicken. Oh, nicely done. With the lighting, that looks perfect. They just said to themselves, you know what? I'm gonna build one of the 7 wonders of the world. I'm just gonna do it. Wow, there's even more over here. That goes all the way up. How did they have this friggin' slots for all of this? Wait a minute. Let me show you what they've done. We've got this. We've got a tree house. I think those are lava plugs in the middle going around the tree. What's this for? Is this just for diving? Yeah, I think those are lava plugs, to be honest with you. So many fun houses today. Just craziness in a good way. And I think they used the big summer trees from Eleanor as well, mixed in with these plugs. Oh, thank you for giving me a wall. Much appreciated. Okay, I think this is the top. We are at the top now. It gives you a nice pretty view all the way around. I know, I did run out, but it seems like some people have just posted a whole shit ton today, and I'm very pleased by it. All right, guys, let's do this. Whee! Oh, I forgot I had Featherfall on. That would have been fun. Too bad. So sad. I don't know if I can even get over there, to be honest with you. I think that might be on the other side. I don't know. No, it's on this side. Okay. And whatever this is, just a little spot to relax, I guess. Beautiful. And that's where we just were. I was going to build my dream house over that waterfall, but that isn't going to happen now. I'm very sad. Sad Christmas. Sad Christmas. Ebonmouse, I am seriously impressed with your Chichinita. Good job. Okay. Why were you super bummed about it? Because you saw it? I wrote down your real name. Gosh, what did I do with it? Sure, I have time. What house? Oh. Yeah. Well, you know, have you seen the new house? The new, antiquarian house? That house is the shit. We're gonna be able to make our waterfall house there. It's gonna be awesome. Especially if we get it free. That is gonna be fantastico. Fantastico! I don't know if I should get this and try to resell it. I don't think so. Let me see. Pop up item data. No, just 2 sales? I don't think so. Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's perfect. Okay, malvagor. I knew I had that written down somewhere. All right. Moonmirth. What is Moonmirth? It is number 22. There we go. We are on our way. I did? I didn't crash, I don't think. What? Wow! Have I? This is fantastic. I feel like I've been here. Did you have it up before it was finished? Did I see it before it was finished? This looks fantastic. That's true. Wow. What a great use of Moonmirth, which is an otherwise really small house. Some great work here. And I love this. I want to go in it. Is that what I'm thinking of? But this is different. I knew it was different, which is why I was saying. And you know what you did? You managed to light it in such a way that the dirtiness doesn't show. Like, because this is clearly, you know, this spot is dirty normally, but you can't see it because your lighting was so good. Yeah, oh, totally different concept. And in fact, what are these? What did you use for these sliders? Are those shelves? They're so clean. I don't recognize what they are. They must be some kind of shelf. And I look at all this sushi you made. Oh, wow. It's little bits of everything. Dark elf dresser. Sideways. Got it. Got it. And look at this. Just the apples and the other items that when you put them on their side are just a little bit, they look like sushi. Or sashimi, actually, in this case. Wow. Fantastic. That looks really good. And then I get stuck because I'm a moron. Wait, oh, you pulled it out. I was like, wait a minute. What is that? That's fantastic. That really looks good. I never would have guessed that that was what it is. That looks fantastic. Thank you. It is a great job. You did do a great job. And I'm enjoying all of it, including the... I'm just getting a closer look at your aquarium here. This is really neat. You should enter this in some sort of contest. I bet you would win. It's super good. Also, I'm going to use your Azabi. Wow, good job. You got a 5 stars from Disco Sleaze. Not bad. Disco Sleaze. I want to be a Disco Sleaze. I don't know why I'm singing that. Disco Sleaze. Just ignore stabbies. Because we're dorks. dorkystabbies.com. I need to grab things out of here real quick. I have a second account where I sell all my intricates and my unlikely to sell very fast writs and things like that, and all of my glyphs I sell in this second account. Hell with it, I'll just put another mill in. So I'll be at 181. Deposit. Okay, so 531. I do my surveys, but right now I have enough. Well, wait until we get the gifts. Yeah, 180 million. Alright, what was I gonna do? I was doing something. Oh. Thank you again. This is awesome. What? No! No, don't do it! Don't do it! Map. Don't abuse your stabby. Stabbies don't deserve to be abused. Thank you. It's beautiful. I don't talk about it much usually. I really don't usually talk about it. But, you know, it's funny because I think Jay Hart at one point said that he had like liquid 11 million, maybe 17 million. And and somebody saw my numbers and was like, wait a minute, you have that much more than Jay Hart? Why am I watching him for advice? And I'm like, sorry, sorry, didn't mean to undermine him at all. But no, I mean, usually most of his advice I agree with. There's just some of it I don't, but mainly I do. The fact that this has been showing up lately as a, I need to figure out where that's coming from, because it's crown only. I don't know where people have been getting it. He has to pay for trader bids, but generally that doesn't come out of his pocket. What he does is he invests it all in furnishings, he said. And so his capital is tied up in furnishings. So you're not wrong about his capital being tied up, but just differently than what he says. Yes, he does give away a huge amount. I should, but I've been saving it up for in case I ever do a contest. I was hoping to do a contest, but I'm at odds with myself about it because I'm thinking, do I really want to promote that kind of division when I'm the person? Oh, that sucks. Which guild? Well, yeah, I was going to save it for a contest so I can give out big prizes. That was my goal. Dad and Ern, huh? Part of the ESE group. Well, there's a lot of guilds looking for new people right now, including, I think, Spicy. But all fees everywhere have gone up recently because the price of traders has gone up tremendously. So it's a really bad time if you're short on money. So if you want a guild with no minimums but is a trading guild, I would pick one of the AC squared guilds. Those are there's a lot of them, but I would probably go with Walmart if it has a slot right now. Which is usually in, it's usually in Rulka, but right now I think they're in Somerset for this week. You should consider joining them. They're good. The one I'm in is not Walmart. I'm in the auction house, which is the one in Stone Falls. Yeah, it is great. It's probably the best one. I actually dropped out of it because I didn't think I was doing it justice, because I wasn't selling very much in it, and I felt like I was. Yeah, then do it. Join Walmart. They're usually in Rulka. They're just not this week, and they have no minimums. So do it. Go apply. They're good people, honestly. Very good people. Oh, how do I not know this? I should learn that.
Honest merchant.
They're good people. Yeah. Walmart's good people. I mean, most Twitch people, to be honest, research, don't do what I do. Most of them play multiple games. Let's be honest. I'm kind of a rarity in that I only ever play this game on stream. Most people do go around and try different stuff. So if you took a week off, that wouldn't surprise me. It's not easy to figure out how to find a guild. Let me show you. Go into G, and then you select Guild Finder. When you do the pull down, here's the Guild Finder. Okay? And then you do Browse Guilds. Look under Trading, and you'll eventually find Walmart. Okay? It's not obvious how to find the Guild Finder, so just remember, go into G, select the name of your guild, and it'll have this pull down menu. It's not obvious at all. It took me the longest time to figure out how to do it. So I hope that helps. Disco, disco sleaze. Now I'm going to sing that every time. I don't know why it's stuck in my head, but it is.
Your money is mine.
Oh, great. Yeah, maybe it is. Good job. You can list me. You can say suggested by Stabby Doom if you would like. I don't mind. She knows me. I'm on her Facebook in real life too. Reveal all. Crap. Open Ouroboros. See, research, are you happy now? Reveal all. That. Gem extraction. Extract all the gems! Gives them to me. Ragout. Ragout. It's ragout.
May luck follow you.
Speak of your desires.
Oh, the GM is AC squared. That's the name of the GM, AC squared. I think that the AC stands for her real life initials. Squared, I think, is because it was her second character, because she also has AC cubed, and she kept going with that. So AC just means that's her GM name. As for ESE Guild, the consortium that you're part of when you're part of Dead and Urn is the Elder Scrolls Exchange Consortium. They're like the lead guild in that group. They support each other when they're under attack. They usually help each other with funds, and all have a lot of the same leadership. They're considered a family of guilds. I think it's Dead and Urn, Red and Urn, Elder Scrolls Exchange, and can't remember if there's another one. But those are all one group. So if you consider them, they won't go after each other's spots. It is a little bit like some people accuse them of that. But I don't know. I don't know if it's that or not. You know, it's hard to say. Okay, so I have that friggin' air bug again where mail doesn't delete. The way that you have to deal with this is you have to end up closing out of the game entirely and coming back in, and then your mail will delete. Otherwise, it won't. It's so obnoxious. Amusement Park. Figmentpigment. I'm looking forward to this. First of all, look at the balloons. How cute is that? Yeah, a lot of them do. They create what's known as feeder guilds. So some of them will, look at the bathrooms. These are nicely made. Like Spicy has a feeder guild, which is Spicy Life. It takes overflow when Spicy can't get people in it. It also takes people who aren't it has lower requirements, so people will apply to that one, build up some funds, and then apply to the real Spicy. And that's what a feeder guild is. It basically is leading you down a path. Oh, look at how they did that. They faded it out. That looks fantastic. Yeah, Spicy Lace, it has lower requirements than Spicy, and it helps you build up funds. Oh my goodness, look at that carousel. That's stunning. So there's feeder guilds, there's sister guilds, like BBC 1 and 2. And then there's consortiums, which is what AC's guilds are. All run by the same GM. I would consider that a consortium of 4 guilds. What she gets out of it? Mostly headaches. It's not really any sort of benefit to her aside from headaches. Oh, is it? Oh! Oh! Oh my god! I'm sorry, but oh my god! Look at the ship! It's one of those swingy ships. That's genius. It's absolute genius. I want to ride it. Wow, I need a bigger picture, a further away picture. Too cute. Alright. Sorry, I just had to... Oh, yours was good. I just had to lose my mind over the ship because I was, that was always my favorite ride growing up. Okay. Face painting. Teacups. The teacups, which made my sister vomit projectile onto my mom. We never did the teacups again. My mom was like, yeah, no, not doing that again. Your sister vomited all over me. So people are good at this. And I'm glad you're not salty because, I mean, it's okay to be salty for a minute. Oh, yeah. It's okay to be salty for a minute. It's okay to be upset you didn't win for, like, you know, a little bit. But then you need to get over it and be, like, supportive and happy for the person. It's okay to have feelings, though. I mean, everybody has feelings at first. Look at this guardrail. Like, I'm sometimes jealous of Swankery or Chrysaea. But I let it pass, and then I'm able to celebrate what they've done and everything, you know? It just takes a minute sometimes. This is fantastic. They did the same thing with the walls again. They, like, lightly made it transparent. That's a really good use of the effects. But, yeah, that's how I deal with it. I get mad, I get hurt. I has my feels, and then I let it go, because it's not important for me to win. This is neato! Really good use of effects. Can you imagine actually riding on this? This would be fun. I am. Dummy. Dummy! Of course I am. I used to live in LA, and my ex-husband and I could go to visit Disney all the time. It really is. This house can be, unfortunately, slightly boring, and I think this is an excellent use. Wow, look at that. Smart to embed that in there. A lot going on in this house. Really well done. Hey, Orink. It really does feel like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. Really, really fun. Excellent house. Excelente. you for the follow. Tayela Taco Tuesday. Why did I do this? Why am I an idiot? Where'd my potato go? I had a potato on me. There it is. Hopefully you're on NA. And hopefully this is your name. I doubt it, though. This house? Period? Or matthiessen? Because, I mean, I can see it. Both ways. No, didn't work. Tell me what your name is on NA if you're on NA and I'll send it to you. Hello. No? Okay. No need. It's just for Prezi. Taco Tuesday 12. You got it. As soon as I land. I have a bigger problem with the dark elf homes. You know? They just are dark and dismal and depressing. You gets a potato. Boom. Potato arrives. Actually, since we're going there anyway, I'll go to my Kragan home and I need to take another quick break. I'll be right back. Lots of coffee. Too much coffee. Alright. So this is my Kragan home. So my ex-husband is texting me about the whole Karen thing. You know, how everybody calls everybody a Karen. My real name is Karen. So he's just like, how are you dealing with that, by the way? That kind of just became a thing, didn't it? And I'm like, yeah, I hope you don't think of me when you hear the name, you know, like as a Karen type person. I tend to think I'm fairly nice. He said, nah, reminds me more of the Dane Cook bit. Okay, good. I'm a nice Karen. Last I checked. Nice of my ex-husband to check in with me, though, about how I feel about the Karen meme. I don't think I've complained to a manager in my life. So there. Besides, I'm not that age group, I don't think, that they're really aiming that at. But it does make me sad that my name has been ruined. It really has, too. I will forever be complaining Karen, I guess. Whether I want to be or not. What a mess, he tells you. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody thinks of me that way. I'm a nice person. Like, I don't come off like a Karen. I don't even have Karen hair, you know? So, I'm not worried about it. So this is the guild I'm a part of on my alt account, this auction house, with no minimums also. It's a good one. It's another AC squared guild. Chichen Itza. We're gonna just go to the Thieves' Den real quick, and then I'll port to. Poor you. Poor Tila Tequila. Well, no. Poor you being compared to Tila Tequila. I can speak, really, I can. The thing about Tila is, isn't she like a real liar? I think she's lied about some stuff in the past. I can't remember. I just remember her being despicable at one moment. Can't remember. Yep. I am a hateful person, apparently. Just because of my name. Obviously, of course.
Something I can do?
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, I could tell it wasn't spelled the same. Were you really? Oh, gosh. That's kind of funny. Well, then don't name yourself a Disco Sleaze, you silly. Goofball. I actually don't know what I was named after. Possibly nothing. Vampire Mansion, Mournoth. I don't think we went to keatfroh. I don't think we went to any Mournoths. We may not be able to go to this house. Oh shoot, I just closed the cat out. Sorry, buddy. Why am I not going? Ah, gotcha. All right, let's try this again. Don't know why they did that, but I'm not sure what. I did ask my mom. I think she said she didn't know. I was supposed to be Robert if I was a boy, so it would have been Bob. Which amuses me greatly. Alright, we got a scary house here. Vampire Mansion. Ooh, Spooky Fog. This is an effect by EHC that you could use. We've got a Bat Swarm Fountain. And a grave. I really like the fog in this house. I used it too. Well, I don't know if you knew this, but in the US, the name that everybody had when I was a kid was Jennifer. Everybody was Jennifer. And this is also an effect when he's standing on. So the vampire has his helpers, some torture tools, a dead body. Oh, wow. Here, have some noms, a person. But yeah, everybody was Jennifer. Look at how they did that. They putting them back to back. Because usually it's just this piece here. That's interesting. Lots of dead bodies. Which? Your name? Ah. So what's your real name? Curious. Disco. This is nice. Just lots of dead bodies on it. Kind of creepy. What do we have over here? Oh, do we? Oh, okay. That's pretty. I love that. This is fun. Nice, scary house. It's a secret. Oh, you don't like anybody knowing your name, huh? It's that bad? Sorry. That's awful. All right, let's go to the ebony flask and I'll show you my ebony flask on our way out. And in fact, I may make one quick change to it. So this was done for one room contest. This house. I was doing a winter surprise is what it was called. And it had a monster right there. So I think what I'm gonna do is take away the duck for now and put in my pet. Where's my mount? My ice mount. Here's my ice mount. He's here somewhere. The hell? I'm sorry. I have an ice mount. Where'd he go? Or is he already out? Mounts, yes, he's out. Okay. We're gonna make you visible though, buddy. Here. He was like this, and I had a monster there. He was really creepy as hell. Actually, I could make him like a spider and really freak people out. But it's a little scary. I get up at any time between 5:30 and 7. Sometime, very, very rarely, I'll sleep till 9 because of my boys wake me up. That's part of it. And part of it, too, is just like I was saying before, I'm just a super anxious person. So sleeping, I get like really anxious just even laying there. I sleep very lightly. Yeah, it seems that a lot of people who who, you know, on there. I'm actually very appreciative that I sleep like this and get up early, because I know a lot of people are feeling really bad about sleeping in so much.
Too busy.
It's really screwing them up. But luckily I don't have that problem. I have the opposite problem. It's all problems, all the way down. It's not by choice, trust me.
How can I help you?
But I never have to set my alarm. I'm always up in time for this show, which I start at 10 a.m. my time.
Something I can do for you.
I go to bed at a decent hour for a couple of ways. I stop drinking caffeine at 9 or earlier. And I do take sleeping pills sometimes.
You bring
And then I get up really early, so it works out after a while. Yeah.
May I help you?
Wow, there's just nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Sometimes you can sell this stuff, not often. Domus, lulusweetiepie. A home for a Nord, Flaming X. Let's do that. Lulusweetiepie. I wonder with the update by Cardi if there was some sort of fix that's showing houses that otherwise weren't showing. That's my thought. He did update it again yesterday, or I don't know if it was him or if it was his assistant, but somebody updated it yesterday, and I don't know if they put a fix in or not. Oh, pretty. Oh my goodness, how did you fit all this detail? I know it has 100 slots, but Jesus, look at this. This is incredible. There's a chicken in a basket. Okay, the funniest name. If you guys ever read the Stephanie Plum books, it's like a mystery solving books. She's just a total klutz and she messes everything up. But she often works at or visits Cluck in a Bucket. And I totally want there to be an actual restaurant called Cluck in a Bucket. Because I swear to God I would be eating Cluck in a Bucket just for the name. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry. That's scary. That's a nice oven. That oven is handmade. Stove, rather. Look at what you did. Look at what you did, woo-woo. You should be ashamed. Look at what you've done. This is all so well done. And look, they put stuff all over the walls, so it's interesting to look at. J-Heart has a wreath on his head. I mean, there's a lot of detail here. Cluck you. Ah, that's cute. Well, then there's always the this one in California. PHO is said pho. It's a type of soup. So they have that tongue-in-cheek name all over. All right, what's next? Why do I don't want Guild Finder. I want my own guilds. So we got Stone Falls we did. Stormhaven? Yes. Yeah. It's Vietnamese, yes. And I'm okay with it. It's not my favorite thing, but I suspect that I've eaten it in places that, you know, aren't really stellar. I'm not sure. Maybe I should try others, but I mean, I don't live in LA anymore, so it's harder to find that kind of food in, say, Wisconsin. You know, it's not really as popular here. I think there is some, but you know, given COVID, it's not like I'm going out to restaurants anyway.
I've got just what you need.
There are some, not is some. I can speak, really I can. Promises. That's awesome. That is truly awesome. I like that. I used to eat at Hooters sometimes. They're not horrible. Not the best food in the world, but not horrible. Oh, come on. I know. I know you can't collect. I know. But just try. You should have pretty boys, too. People appreciate pretty boys.
Greetings.
Okay. Nothing good. Let me send this to Shuttlebug. Okay, well, you know, as long as it's equal opportunity, then I'm good for it. Alright. I won't bother you with that, Shutterbug, but I might give you a rosy disposition. Shutterbug. I don't know if you're on this server or not. I can't remember. Apparently you are. Jacinia, thank you! Thank you for the follow. You too. Get a kebab. No! You must be on, you must be on EU. I'll give you a prezi over on EU when I go. Because I know the name. Alright, Hub. There's your Shorty, merryjanethehighelf. Let's go. The Malton House. Autumnsgate. I wish I knew why this happens to the male. Did I just spell it wrong? Why didn't it go to you then? I knew I know the name. What did I do wrong? Jessinia. Isn't that it? Jacinia. Ah, I see. You spelled it slightly differently. Okay, got it. I knew I recognized the name. There you go. You get prezi. Alright, so this is merryjanethehighelf, who I do adore. She's a... Oh! Whoops. So somebody's getting an extra present. Danger Dork. Danger Dork. That's sad. You shouldn't pick on yourself like that. Oh. No worries, it's a guildie anyway. I would have given it to them for free anyway. Not sure my pocket can handle it. I joke, I joke. Hey, it's Mary Jane herself. Looking very witchy. She's got 3 effects in here. She's doing that breaking up the room with the library's books with no back here. This is lovely. Very Nord. And then she's got some clockwork stuff here that she's working on. I feel like there's a stairway outside. Oh yeah, no. Dorks and nerds are great. Ah, there it is. I knew there was something because I could see this patio. Look at that view. I love this view. So pretty. I am officially a nerd. I think dorks and geeks are, well, geeks especially are more into fandom. Like, they're more into, like, you know, Sherlock or whatever their fandom is. They're usually big deals into Star Wars or whatever. I'm more of a nerd. I consider myself more bookish. I'm obsessed with reading about ancestry, mainly.
Yes.
Mainly the Civil War. So I'm a little bit on the, wow, that's a lot of friggin' stuff. Yeah. I'm more on the end of it as nerdy. Hey, Shutterbug, I just mailed you a thank you. And I said it was for a follow. I meant to say it was for a sub. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's how I define it. And dorks, I always kind of considered dorks as people who have trouble fitting in and are awkward. And they're usually the people I hung out with because who gives a crap, right? So you're a combination. You're a combination. There's plenty of combinations. You know, I mean, nobody is just one thing, I don't think, in life. I think we all got a bunch of different stuff going on. And it's helpful to identify yourself if you want. Yeah, it's helpful if you want to identify yourself because, let's say you want to look up geek stuff. I mean, there's a reason why geeky stuff has its own websites and its own shops and whatever. It helps, you know, it helps you identify yourself so that you can go and find things you're interested in. And I would say nerds, like, same thing. I would call myself a Civil War nerd. And that is the very, very truth right there. And so I think that's a good one, too. It's a good way of describing yourself. But, you know, you don't have to call yourself anything to anyone, but it's helpful. Oh, that's interesting. I've never thought about it, but that is interesting. I gotta be honest, I haven't watched TV, like, regularly, or even, honestly, I just gave up TV completely in 2000. So it's been 20 years since I actually sat down and watched any television. I don't even have a television up here. We just don't. Something about law school did it to me. I lost all patience with mostly fiction. I can't watch it anymore. Yeah, I don't have any. My husband has one downstairs that he uses for sports. So that's pretty much it in our house.
It's true.
He watches sports. But I am not that kind of a person. I don't watch anything. And I don't judge anyone. It's just that and in fact, I think it contributed to my last marriage falling apart because my ex-husband is big into television. He's a super fan of television. Like, he watches a lot of stuff. And we used to get along just fine. We used to have no problems with that. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I stopped liking Boulder Tree. Let's do a snug. No, I don't go to the movies anymore. So that's the same problem. That also contributed to my marriage falling apart because he loves the movies. And I didn't want to go anymore. Partially because fiction and other stuff bugged me because I felt like my brain was full. I couldn't take in anymore, and I felt like my emotions were being manipulated when I was on edge to begin with because I was in law school. I was under a lot of stress, and I just couldn't take anymore, you know. And then my anxiety was through the roof, so every time anybody made a crinkling noise or was talking, I wanted to punch them in the face, and it possibly could have happened, so I avoided it. Wow, this is amazing. Mood Shadow Grove by Ultrakitten. Look how beautiful this is. It's a snug. Can you believe it? And then just like, I never got back into it. I want to say it's just because it was, I think it's the fiction thing. I think it's the whole feeling of being manipulated by fiction. I don't want to be, that's why I like to read nonfiction. I don't want my emotions to be touched by something that isn't real. Because my emotions are so difficult for me to deal with. Why would I want to trigger myself like that, you know? Wow, this is so pretty. I'm guessing the effects are the fairy dust, but let's double check. Yeah, and I don't blame you or anyone else. Brightness, okay. For finding that to be problematic. I mean, certainly my ex-husband found it to be problematic. This is stunning. And he was right too. I mean, I changed, and I didn't necessarily change for the better, and I feel bad about it. But you know, at least I'm honest and admit that that was part of the cause. I changed. Really beautiful. As you can tell, I still feel kind of bad about it. My current husband doesn't really care if I go or not. He goes with his friends. And he doesn't really watch TV either. That's not a different problem. That's the same problem I have, Ula. It's part of my anxiety. Sound, super sensitive. Really weird. I think she's trying to... Hey, Love Fox, I never would have guessed that about you. That is fascinating. Let me read this to you guys for YouTube because it's not necessarily here. Let's start with Ula's. I have a different problem, hypersensitivity to light, sound, touch, and whatnot, so I like to spend as much time in silence and away from everyone as I can. I get this issue too. I'm very hypersensitive to sound, and it's so bad that it's silent up here that my husband actually says that when he goes out and he's around other people now, he's shocked at just how loud everything is. Because he's like, you know, I'm not used to it anymore. He's like, it used to never even register with me, and now it registers and I can't handle it. So I've sort of ruined my husband for that. Oh yeah, same. Sensory overload for real. Especially around children, so I can't have kids around because kids just overstim me. And part of the reason why I don't think I ever could have kids is for that reason. And what Little Fox said is, fiction is trying to figure out someone else's imagination to figure out the context of the story. I start reading a fiction book and I have to research the author to get a better perspective of their viewpoint before I can understand their imagination, so I stop reading fiction books. I just can't. I just can't handle it. Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I just can't handle the emotional manipulation. It's like, if I want to be emotionally manipulated by something, I can read about the Civil War and read about how these men died horribly, or I can read about, you know, hey, I could open the news. can open the news and see what happened today. And that would be enough. Yeah. But oddly enough, there's certain noises that don't bother me. Like, I will listen to hamster, real war hamster, or disco sleeves for that matter, or even Lil Fox. Any of you people, you don't bug me. I can listen to a stream and it does not bother me. But forget it. Talk radio. I would rather like punch myself in the face than listen to talk radio. I don't know what the difference is, but certain things don't bother me and certain things do. Oh, we all have. I have that when I'm not feeling well. I'll cough. You know what's been awesome about this COVID thing for me? It's terrible, but it's the truth. I'm on 2 immunosuppressants, so I'm super susceptible to illness. It's so painful. And I constantly am getting sick. Constantly. Since COVID happened and my husband and I are isolated, I haven't gotten sick once. So it's just such a relief. I kind of view fiction, Sixalaric is saying, I kind of view fiction as the opposite. I don't like being entertained by real life. Fiction is kind of a way of quarantining concepts to play with and study a way that doesn't infringe on real life. But don't you get emotional about it? Don't you, like, get attached to a character or get sad that something went poorly and wish the ending was different? Or leave a movie or leave a show thinking about it? Like, it'll haunt me. Like, when, for instance, I stupidly watched a cutscene of Ozark deaths. And the way that some of those characters died haunted me. Still haunts me. And the last movie, I think, one of the last movies I've seen was Looper. I think it was called Looper. Not really. I tell myself that they're all, there's 1 or 2 that did. But for the most part, no. Like, for example, Disco said, hold on, this is very interesting. I thrive in high sensory situations, but I have severe social anxiety in groups. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The sensory overload is just too much for me. I don't know how you can handle it. There is only one quest I remember in this game that really haunted me, and it still does. Usually it's not like real TV or... Okay, so let me explain. I could turn on a Murder, She Wrote. I could turn on MASH. I could put on any of those shows that, for the most part, do not end badly. And they're all pretty... What's the word? They're all pretty, like, white bread in the sense that they're not going to be... Although, you know, MASH had some bad ones. Let's just stick with Murder, She Wrote or something like that, right? I mean, it's also safe to watch. There's not going to be any real emotion that messes you up. Cozy, maybe? It's not, like, going to be bad. It's not going to end up going really, really bad. I mean, of course, somebody dies in it, but you barely notice because that's not what the show is about, right? And in MASH, it kind of worked for me that way because all the characters were generally pretty good to one another. Oh, there's sexism, sure. It was a product of its time. And some of it was intentional to show you that there was sexism. Even in the 80s, they knew that and were talking about it. It just wasn't to the level that it is now. But some of that was intentional. But gameplay, hold on, add-ons. TTC, clear. But that's all, like, you know, I can watch that stuff. I can't worry about I don't, but I could. regular television these days does not end well. It's not all capsulated in happy endings or good things. It tends to not go well. And the thing about the game is that for the most part, hold on, I gotta turn something off. For the most part, the game does not have emotional impact like that. It's very tame. Usually there's happy endings, and when there aren't happy endings, they're sort of at best slightly sad, not the same level of miserable. So I'm less scared of it. I guess that answers it. That's probably true. I've recently, whenever I see some television, I am shocked. Like if I'll see a clip or something on YouTube or something, I'm shocked at it. I mean, you have to realize I'm like in a time bubble from 20 years ago. So watching any clips of movies or TV these days, I'm in shock at just how intense it is compared to the way that I remember it being. It's really intense, really shockingly so. The deaths are more violent. Everything is more powerful, and I think that that's probably what somebody would have said had they woken up in 2000 after stopping watching TV in 1980, right? It's pretty much the same thing. So I think people probably, I mean, it's essentially the same thing. I mean, it doesn't sound like the same time period, but it really is. 20 years. 20 years of not watching TV. So when I see stuff now, I'm like, holy crap, that's violent. Or holy smokes, I can't believe they're doing that. And it's very shocking. And stressful. Sorry to say. Oh, look, another one. It's really just kind of amazing. All right, Somerset. What else are we going to look at? Proudspire by whrr. Now, whrr asked me to look at this, so we're going to take a look. Well, they had to. First of all, they were used to stage, right? So they were overreacting because on stage you kind of have to. Same, my parents always had TV on. Ooh, pretty. My mom, always especially, and I don't have it in me. I have to go. Yeah, my dad's the same way. He's half deaf and always has it up all the way. I bought him TV ears. There is a thing called TV ears. It's like a headset, but it's more clear, and no one else has to hear it, and he loves it. Holy crap, what is that? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Let me get it. A link for you. It's fantastic. And my dad swears by it. When his broke, I bought him more. It's like a as heard on TV kind of thing, but what's great about it is it's definitely more for people with hearing loss, but it doesn't market itself that way, so you can tell your father or mother that it's for hearing, that it's for voice clarifying product. It's to clarify the voices. It's not for hearing aids. It's to clarify the voices on television. And now my dad swears by it. And it's like a little headphones. and you just put it on, and you've got TV ears. And TV ears is now my mom is so thankful. Which statue? My mom is so thankful about it. I don't know which statue it is. I can't figure this one out. Oh, that's great. Fantastic. I don't know what this is. I honestly don't. Can't tell you. What has this design, though? Oh. That would be why I didn't know. I don't have that one. Okay. Fair enough. Good job. Is that a microwave? She made a microwave! Oh my god! That's brilliant! And a frother! That's amazing! It's a microwave! Oh, whrr! You blow my mind! That's phenomenal. Your pie is gonna blow up. It's a pie. It's a pot pie. See it? And the thing it's on is a pottery wheel. Yeah, you can. These are pottery wheels. They do that. They're really worth it for your turntables. I thought you meant what was on the pottery wheel, but. Hello, chicken. Chicken in the perfect spot for chicken. A butterfly bush put here beautifully in the right spot so that it interacts slightly with the chicken. You know, it's flying over the chicken. Oh, cool. I have these. I never know what to do with them. They're Vivek sigil type deals, but what she's done is she's actually put the Dibella sigil over it and sunken the Vivek portion into the wall so it doesn't look like Vivek, it looks like Dibella. That's really well done. Sorry, I keep hitting the trees, but this is beautiful. Oh, imagine that. That'd be expensive. Stick them in a crock pot. Food and drink for the animal, whatever it is. Down the basement, we've got. Oh, look at the bathroom! Wow, how? Someone tell me how? How? How did they do this? Well, if it were me, I wouldn't be eating it because I don't have, I'm kind of allergic to poultry these days. How this floor? Yeah. What is that? No, it's not. That's some item. That is an item. Maybe it's got to be some Alinori thing. Yeah, exactly. Making stripes. Exactly, little fox. I'm not sure what that is. Make teriyaki chicken. You don't necessarily need veggies. Whrr has always blown my mind, honestly. She's amazing. I love this table. It is not. Look. See, FX are not on, now off, FX are now on. FX off, FX on. There's no effect, period. It is indeed something else. Promise. There are no effects in this house, period. So they did it by some other way. And this is that flipped over thing again you guys pointed out. That's interesting. Oh, that's the gate. I was wondering what that was. Nice kitchen island made here. Okay, let me... That's about as good as I can get. There's some sort of angle to it. It's pointed. It's like a pointy angle. That's all I got. And then... I love it! I love it! So they made a bunny popping out of the... It's a lip of something. Right. I just don't know what. It's gotta be something Eleanor. This is whrr. W-H-R-R. And they've made a 3D kind of thing with bunnies and a painting in the background. 2 paintings, I think. And yeah, it does remind me of Peter Rabbit because you've got the carrots right there, and he's trying to run away from the farmer. I think you're dead on. Beautiful. And then here's a nice little shrine area. What's up there? I wish we could get underneath the one spot. We don't know what it is, but it does not look likely. Sadness. All right, all the way upstairs. Did I do upstairs? Yeah, I have a memory of a sieve. Aww. Flowers poking up through the ground. Oh my gosh. It's painting in progress. That's incredible. So you all can tell what went on here, right? These are some bowls. Those are the berries from Merkmeyer. And those are starfish. But they're half in and half out. So they look like you just have the edges. Those are just starfish. And she put them on the canvas covered cargo box. So it looks like it's on a canvas. Which it is. Amazing, isn't it? You can kind of see what's going on here. That's somebody who practiced with a lot of different items to see what would work. What is that? It's just like a chest or something. And then this is that board game, but they sunk it down underneath the table so you only see the pieces. And there's some turtles. Turtles. Books and containers, and that's like a folding door right there. And I mean, come on, we all keep our loons in the bathtub. Beautiful. Another spectacular job where, honestly. And this is just genius right here. You're really outdoing yourself, I'm telling you. I do love the microwave. Isn't that one's just amazing. Yeah, it's a really spectacularly good house. Going to the rift. You mean you don't? I thought you did build your house for funsies. I mean, what else do you do it for? Contests, you mean? Gotcha. Commissions, that makes sense. I don't do commissions. I just figure I'm gonna do things for myself. I guess I'm selfish that way.
Come, do your trading here.
I cannot, no matter what I do, get myself to go to the other spot that's not on the map. I don't know if you guys know this, but I will show it to you so that I feel there's some purpose to make myself go. See, there's... If you go to the Fallowstone Hallway Shrine, I didn't know this was here for the longest time. There is another trader here. If you go to, I'm going the wrong way. If you go to this town, Shorestone, you have to go to the Fallowstone Hall, portal thing. I can't think of words. And then you go to Shorestone, and all the way at the end of Shorestone is another trader that people can buy. And I almost never go here. And I hardly ever see anyone here. So this is Strength in Numbers got this one.
May this one be of service.
But in case you didn't know it was here, because I didn't for the longest time. As I understand it, Ula, it's, if I understand Devil Doggett right, it's somewhere between 1 million to 3 million. All right, let's look at, we've got a domus from Wooter, a Wooter. Okay, so this is a Wooter's Tasty Bakery. Oh God, no! Brief description. Whether you're looking for someone to cater your next party or you just have a craving for something sweet, the Tasty Bakery is a place you need, in KNEAD. The first floor consists of the bakery and shop space, while the upstairs hosts a small cafe space for a close-knit tea party or intimate dates. Please feel free to message me if you'd like someone to NPC staff. There we go. So here is the Domus oh, look at that. Well done. Domus Frasticus Bakery with outdoor windows to shop at. Very nice. Pretty garden. A little private area. Thanks for dealing with me shopping in between, but I feel like, you know, I'm hanging out at least. Oh, and here's the bakery portion, the first floor. So we got Tithis checking us in. Uh-oh, your stuff fell. That looks like that shifted on its own, doesn't it? Because it's almost perfect, and then stuff shifted. Yeah. I'm sorry, items shift on their own in this game lately, and you may need to come back and fix it. Look at that oven. Holy schmolies, this is the kind of oven that Eula would make. The base game causes it. It happens all the time, whether I have EHT on or not. I'll log in and I'll find things have shifted. I'm not really sure why, but it does happen to everyone. Not just, oh wow. I wonder what that's the back of. Some painting, I guess. Then we go upstairs, and we've got some cooking up here. Take all their money and run. And here's the cafe portion. No effects in this, so this is all handmade. And then we've got a beautiful sink. Also with the gorgeous Dwemer look. This is really beautiful. Yes, Bayushi has had everything in her house completely disappear once. They restored it, but it was enough to freak her out completely. They had to restore her house to the way it was. I don't know why things disappear, but it's really annoying. The best suggestion I could make. No, Bayushi's on the EU, but it could have happened to someone in DDA for all I know, because it does happen. One of the things is you can do is if you have EHT, if you're willing to use EHT, save it all, and then two things happen from that. First, it has a record that that ZOS has agreed to accept as reality. So, like, if you say you had this many tables and you have the list there from EHT showing you had this table, you can send it to them in a particular document that EHT will produce, showing what you had, and they have agreed that that is, you know, that's enough proof for them to show that you actually had the item. And Cardi set it up in such a way that it can't be like tampered with or something. It's something like that, but it will show what you have, and you can send it to them. It is a nice feature. It's a great feature. The second thing is, if you're worried about the shifting, you can select all. You can save it as a particular save, and then if you come in your house and everything's all jacked up, all you need to do is restore that save, and it puts everything where it belongs. So, and that happens to me often with my train.
Hello there.
My train, I'll come in and everything's jacked up, and I'll have to move it. Now, one of the things that is causing it, that I know for a fact is causing it, is if you're using, you can save over it, or you can, which part? The feature or the saving your house as it looks? You can always resave over how the house looks, but I tend to create new saves. That way I can save old versions. But that's the kind of thing. I think there's multiple backups, not just the one, if you're talking about the automatic or the backup that shows what you had. I think there's multiples. But I know for a fact that, what was I saying? I lost my brain. I lost it. Mental loss. Oh, I've restored houses that I've completely jacked up that I forgot to save from automatic saves from EHT. They automatically save after, before major changes, it'll do it, and then just occasionally it'll save. I don't know what the trigger is for it, but it automatic saves, and then you can restore it back to what you did before you jacked it up. So that's a nice one. Because I've messed up my houses trying something and then didn't have a save before I messed it up, and so then I look at the automatics and then I can restore those and I'm happy. And we are all happy. Let me see if my Proudspire is jacked up, and we can test it out if it is. So let's go to my Proudspire real quick. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something. All right. No, you don't. You don't. It will tell you it's missing. It'll say I'm missing 4 items or whatever. Here, let me show it to you in a way that is clearer. We'll go to my golden griffin garret, because there's a couple items in there and it doesn't matter if I jack them up. Okay? I'll show you how it works. Come on. There we are. All right, let me put some things down. You belong in here anyway. And then we'll just put some lights in, okay? And then let's say I have this all perfectly, probably, but I'm not sure that, I don't know. So let's say you had this perfectly to the way you wanted it, right? So you go into the housing tools, you select all items, and then you save this as my test save, or whatever you want to call it. And then you save it, right? And then what you can do is you can move shit around, obviously. And then the other thing you can do is, if you get rid of stuff, let's say let's get me an azabi in here so I can put it in the bank and put the banker away. So I put those in the bank. So they're not in my inventory anymore. And I'm going to dismiss azabi. So let's say I go, oh shit, I wanted it to be back the way it was. So you can do, okay, I'll see you later. Revert to save. Say, restore 7 changed items to my test save. Yes, confirm. See, I don't have those 3 items, and it says 3 items not found. So you don't need all the same items that you had in your inventory to restore an old save. If you don't necessarily have them at that moment, that's okay. So you can restore whatever you have up until that point. Yes, yes, yes. It says fix now. And then what you see here is, in this portion, is it should tell you what's missing. Alternatively, you can export it and see it there. This is new. Manually move any selected item to adjust that visual. I don't know what that does. Huh, that's new. Oh, this is group. They just changed what it looked like. Because this used to be group select. So this is different. So yeah, it tells you what's thing. Okay, yes. Search for the missing items in this house or in your inventory. I want it in the inventory. And now everything's put back. Let me show you what it looks like when you export the house and see what all is in it. I have a couple of pictures of homes I've done that with, so hold on. Let me show this to you. You full screen. There. All right, hold on. There. See that? This is automatically produced by Essential Housing Tools. So if I save a house, if you export it, it shows you exactly what all you have in the house that you need. Tells you exactly how many, which ones are bound, what you need, and then it gives you gives you complete instructions on how to do it, and then this is the code and you just paste the code into the box. Good night, research. And it'll, this is a way to do an additional backup, you know what I mean? Plus, it lets you know what you have. Another reason to do this is if you have it on the PTS and you want to save it on primary. Hey, it's whatever you want to do, but the saving stuff is worth it, right? Wait, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so that should be going away now. No, that's fine. Let's put the display capture back down. So I hope that's a little bit helpful. I know it can be confusing though. What was I doing? Oh. So my suggestion is make lots of saves, but there's usually an automatic backup. See? These are automatic backups made by EHT without me doing anything. So I have 5 backed up saves that if I really screwed up, I can go to another day. And I didn't even pick this. This did it by itself. So that is another protection by EHT that is an amazing protection for you. It's just a thought. And I probably should call it as well because I've been going for 2 hours. But happy building. I will see you all tomorrow. And for anybody who's lurking, I'm going to drop you off with another streamer because I know a lot of people would prefer that I do that. But thank you so much for watching for 3 hours. Jesus, you people are crazy. Creator dashboard. Who am I going to write off to? Let me see. Oh, you too. Anytime. We can go over it again too sometime if you need it. I understand it can be confusing. Alright, who do we have? I'm going to drop you off with... You're going to hate me for this. I could do Maddie, but I could also do Pat Rothfuss. Let's just do Maddie. He's ESO, so we'll do that. Alright. It's okay. We can go over it as many times as you need. Alrighty. I sees you all tomorrow. Have a good one.